Good day, my viewers. I welcome you to our continuation learning series of science and mathematics education on the channel called SciMath, which we normally call Science Chem Master. But we've changed the channel name to SciMath. Why did you change it to SciMath? SciMath means what? Science and mathematics. So on this channel, I normally look at different subjects in sciences, physics, chemistry, biology, and then mathematics. But today, which topic are we looking at? Which subject? We are going to be looking at the subject biology. And what is topic? We are going to be looking at classifications of living things. That is, how do we classify living organisms? We have so many living organisms. We have about millions, 3.8 millions, as can be recorded by the scientists. We have so many organisms, plants, animals, bacteria, and the rest. So there is a way we classify all these living organisms. Okay, so why do we have to classify them? We find out that along the line there are some similarities and there are some differences in some of these organisms, either plant or animal. So in this today's topic, we are going to look how to classify each of these organisms. But where does the journey begin? Let's look at it historically. There's a man they call Aristotle. He's a Greek philosopher. He's on the board. Around 1384, 384 to 322 BC he lived. So he started the journey on the classifications of living organisms. Later on, another man called Carolus Linnaeus, a Swedish naturalist, in 1707, he lived between 1707 and 1778. So he's also used his own method with certain sets of in classifying what living organisms. Now, his own work of classifying living organisms is based on a particular system which is called binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature. That means using two names, both the genus and the species name of the work of the organism to name them. So his own work of classification is what we are using now in classifying all living organisms using this binomial nomenclature that's combining the genus and then the species name of organisms. So you can see on the board. So we decided that the Carolus Linnaeus, his own method is what we are using now in classifying all living organisms. And this system is showed that organisms with the same group are related. Because we have some organisms that are related. From there, you can be able to put them in a particular group. Now, having said that, let us now look at the hierarchy of living organisms in the classification. What are the things, what are the steps we normally use in classification of living organisms? The largest one is called the kingdom. Kingdom is the largest variety of organisms that have certain common features and some differences. So the largest kingdom, the largest hierarchy of classifying organisms is called what? Kingdom. We have different types of kingdom. We have kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Plantae, kingdom Mammalia, and the rest. We are going to be looking at that one in the near future under this kingdom. Now, after the kingdom, we now move on to another level called phylum or division. This is another hierarchy, the next step after kingdom of classifying living organisms. After living phylum, we now have what's called the class. This class is under what? Under phylum or division. This one is another related organism that have certain things in common and differences. We now move after the class, we now move on to what? The order. From the order, lead us what called the family. And then from family, we now move on to call the genus. And then the last one is called what? The species. The species is the smallest. It's the smallest unit of classifications of organisms. Okay? That are having identical general appearance. So we classify organisms, the smallest unit of classification of organisms that have certain identical in appearance and they can mate with one another. So at this level of species, organisms of the same species, they can mate to produce an offspring at the species level. So where is the smallest unit of classification of organisms. So we can see that the hierarchy, the level of classification started from the kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Animalia, kingdom Plantae. We look at that one in the near future. Move on to the phylum, on to class, order, family, genus, and then the last one is called what? The species. So these are the way of classifying the living organisms. So that's what we just want to look at today. So in the next class, we are going to be talking more on them. But before we go, there's something called taxonomy. So taxonomy is a branch of biology, which is the science of classifying organisms into groups, called taxonomy. So the science of classifying organisms into groups is called taxonomy. So which is the steps of which you have written down. So today we are able to see how living organisms can be classified from the journey from the man we call Aristotle now to the latest one. The man we are using is latest called Carolus in classifying living organisms. So in the next class, we are going to be looking at other ones from this topic. We're going to continue from where we stopped today. So that's what we just want to look at today on this channel. So kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel called SciMaths. SciMaths is on the board. SciMaths. SciMaths. Subscribe to the channel. You see all the other surveys we normally do on this channel and the topics we have done before. The channel will look at science survey, physics, chemistry, biology, and likewise mathematics, like we have done biology today. So till we meet again, I say remain scientifically intelligent. Bye bye.